Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Gul Knowledge Hub. Most of you have seen the title that how to make long sentences and train your brain to speak in English with confidence. But most of you and some of you are still wondering how to practice this technique of making long sentences in English on your own at your home. So well friends, I am going to share this technique today. First thing you have to do is to grab your study notebook and a pen. Yes, go and fetch your study notebook and a pen. Then you have to categorize on page 1 15 categories. Yes, here is a list of 15 categories. For example, you have to write down 15 categories, the name of 15 categories on the very first page. This is the first requirement of making long sentences. Now, what are those 15 categories? Let me name them. First, food, sports, hobbies, love, life, weather, family, friends, work, school, dating, traveling, goals, English, and news. Like this, you have to write down these 15 categories on the very first page of your study notebook. Now, what is the benefit of writing these 15 categories? Because these are the most common categories people talk about on regular basis, and knowing about good sentences for each these categories will improve your ability to communicate in English, and it will help your brain to think in English and to communicate well in English, and it will improve your confidence level also. So start with the very first category, that is food. How we can add details. Now next step number 2 is select one category. Number 1 category is food. We have to give details to food. And how can we add details? We can add details with the help of 5 W's. 5 W's. And what are those 5 W's? Who, it means the person. What, it means the thing. It means the thing. When, it means time. You have to mention the time. Where, it means the place where you are going to do something. Person, then the name of the thing, time of the thing, and the place of thing. Last one, why do you do that thing? These are 5 W's, and with the help of these 5 W's you will give details to each category. For example, how can you do that? Who, I. What, ice cream. When, in winter, the time is winter. Where, at my home, the place is at my home. Why, it's delicious. Now I have broken it down with the help of 5 W's. Now the long sentence would be like this: I like ice cream in winter at home because it's delicious. Now you can understand that with the help of 5 W's how we can produce long, effective, communicative and good sentences in English, and at the same time we are training our mind to think in English to produce quality sentences for each categories, because these categories are very common and people talk about usually about these topics. Next step is to create a large table. A large table where you will have 5 W's: who, when, which, where, why, and you will fill up these tables, these spaces with information from your own. For example, at first you will write down the name of person. You can write down the group of people like my family, my students, they. In this way you can fill up with multiple persons. Then when you have to select different kind of times, after different kinds of time you can fill up the gap with different kind of places. And now what, the activities which you are performing, the name of the activities which you are performing, and why you are performing, the reason you have to mention in that table. In this way you have created a table on your notebook with persons, places, activities, and why you are performing those activities. Now you have a good table with good information. The next step and the final step is to jot down these pieces of information and make effective long sentences. In this way you are training your brain, and your capability to communicate in English will be enhanced to a higher level. For example, the very first topic which we have selected is Adan. The person name Adan. When? Yesterday. Where he went? City. For what? Went for biking. Why he went for biking? For exercise. So the long sentence will be like this: Adan went biking yesterday in city for exercise. Now you have imagined that how beautifully and how easily I have produced this sentence, and I have trained my mind to use these 5 W's to give information, valuable information in English, and your confidence level, your speaking capability, your communicative skills will be enhanced in this manner if you follow this trick. Now the next one is the name of person, they. When? Last week. City name, Faisalabad. What they did, what the activities they perform, they ate donuts. Why they ate donuts? Because they love it. Now the example sentence would be like this: they ate donuts in Faisalabad last week because they love sweets. So you can have imagined that how beautifully you are producing long sentences, and your problem of thinking in English will be resolved if you keep on practicing this kind of long sentences in English and make use of 5 sentences. I hope that you will find this content very informative, and you will utilize this content, and you will excel in speaking English confidently and with great excellence. So till the next video, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much. Have a nice